how much he cares. He was the main guy that got the banker takeover bill passed so the foreign banks could steal $8.5 trillion and counting out of the Treasury that we've got to pay back in taxes that go to offshore banks. This guy is a New World Order front man. It's disgusting, but he talks to us like he's the nation's daddy, and he's going to save us, because it's change. And the public... Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was going to say it's change. It's change, yeah, but it's not the change we need. The change we need is to go back to the Bill of Rights and Constitution.
Exactly. Instead, he's talking about radically expanding the size of the federal government.
And we know, as Ron Paul said, we need to reduce the size of the federal government. We need to return it back to the states and back to the local level.
Exactly. Good to hear from you. Big government, I hope you win for mayor. Big government has engineered what we're now seeing, this giant looting system, this crime syndicate. All big government does is allow powerful interests to get control of that government and rob you blind. And instead, we're going to get more government. Let's talk to Ken in Austin. You're on the air.
Hello, Alex. Two quick comments. The second one's most important. The first one is about the young man that called in earlier a while ago. I know without a doubt that was a setup. Young people can work a computer blindfolded. He knew he could go to a search engine. It was a setup to distract you. Okay, you rode that dead horse. Now, the most important statement that I want to make is Phil Berg has definitively proven that Obama is not eligible to be president of the United States. It's on ObamaCrimes.com. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate your call. Yeah, you're right. I probably rode a dead horse. I don't know if that was a setup call. The point is, I mean, everything I've said is documented. It's all happening. Exactly what we said. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse. I mean, they're openly announcing world government in Newsweek where you'll pay your carbon taxes to the bank. And I got people emailing me telling me, where's the proof? I mean, what are you talking about? We don't have time to screw around. Just because some of you out there don't like what I'm saying and don't like because it's scary, it isn't going to go away by hiding your head under the pillow at night like an ostrich. I'm ranting. Because we should be ranting. This is crazy what's happening. Betty in Wisconsin, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, Betty.
Hi. I'd like to give people like a small analogy, like what you're talking about. It's like if you were walking down the street and there was a 10-foot hole in the road, if somebody warned you about it, wouldn't you be happy? Wouldn't you be happy that Alex is telling you there's a hole in the road that you wouldn't fall in it?
No, they want to be a bunch of jackasses smiling like CNN keeps showing on the channel I'm watching. I have the audio off. I'm watching it over here, and they're just smiling like everything's solved. And I see these men and women going, I'll never have to pay my bills anymore. I've actually got video. Everything's fixed. Everything's fine. And here comes Obama with troops on the streets, forced national drafts, checkpoints, regulations, taxes, hell on earth.
They'd rather be in the hole yelling for Obama, a 10-foot hole yelling for him.
Wait, I can hear him yelling in the hole. Obama. I'm sorry, ma'am.
I'd like to say that my dad passed away this year, and he's been telling this information about fluoride and the vaccines, and he never let us children, his kids, his offspring get it, and we were all educated, so it took a longer time then when we just had word of mouth and newspaper. But this computer, just got kicked off of it. I'm on the phone, but it can make it really go fast, and that's our only hope, Alex, is this like fast knowledge across the world or something.
I agree, and they're openly shutting down the old web, letting the hubs die, the infrastructure, forcing us on the internet too, where it'll all be regulated and controlled. We got to get the word out now. Let's talk to Rob in Kansas real fast. Rob, you're on the air.
Hello, Alex.
Yes, sir.
I was just wondering if you had seen or heard about this Citizens briefing book link that's on Obama's change.gov site.
Well, yes, I have seen that today when I got back this morning. But on top of that, Rahm Emanuel first put up on change.gov a month ago compulsory service, not just 18 to 24, but up to 65. And then it was up for a week. The Washington Post did an article. We talked about it, and then he pulled it down, but not before we got screenshots. And it was all word for word what Rahm Emanuel wrote in his book about national compulsory service. And I've got Obama on video in Colorado Springs saying national compulsory service. And so, yes, now they've announced. In fact, I have that in my stack of articles. We'll tell folks about it.
Well, I was just kind of curious because I was listening to Coast at work earlier in the week, and there was a UFO expert on there, and he was really excited because people have posted ideas for the government to investigate and reveal the existence of UFOs, and he was encouraging listeners of the show to call in and vote for that, so that would be placed in Obama's briefing book. And I was just thinking,
what Obama's doing is he was on CNN this week saying, I read my BlackBerry. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear from the people. It's all total bull. Then he can point at the person at a speech and say, I'm doing what Bob wanted. I'm doing what Rob wanted. So I'm listening to them. We'll be back after this quick news break with more of your calls and a ton of news as we fight the New World Order. We are back live, and make no mistake, we're on the road to the New World Order, and that is a road to hell. They got another name for roads. They call them highways. Yeah, highway to hell. Party time. They're partying in D.C. Yeah, a bunch of idiots being sucked in by another scam artist, by the false media hologram that presidents actually run something. You know, I'm in the News in Focus section, the InfoWars featured article section, and I'm here looking, and I go down about 50 articles, and then I notice there's no link at the bottom to previous News in Focus articles. So there are some things we need to work on here, because I'm trying to find the article from about a week and a half ago that has the bill dealing with. Actually, I found it, but it we need an archive to all the older stories there. If you guys write a note, so I don't forget tomorrow, tell the web guy to put the link to that, so that stuff's not walled off in cyberspace. You can still find it with a search engine. Proposed gun law will allow Obama AG Holder to ban guns at will. Story by Kurt Nimmo, but he links to mainstream articles. It looks like the gun grabbers may have a field day when the new Congress convenes, but you can read the actual bill itself. New Attorney General Eric Holder have the ability to ban guns at will. We cite H.R. 1022. You can link over to thomas.loc.gov, Library of Congress. Read that for yourself right there. Sponsored by New York Democrat Carolyn McCarthy, and 67 co-sponsors, and it's been introduced. And the bill allows the Attorney General to just ban whatever he wants. It's like saying, you're king, you can do whatever you want. That's what the banker bailout bill did past October 3rd, 2008. Now 4 months ago. And it states right there that you can't review what the Treasury's done, what the private Federal Reserve's done. It can be an unlimited amount of money. And I have clips off C-SPAN with the people trying to pass the bill saying, well, yeah, $700 billion is just a number we made up. It's a big number, but it's actually going to be trillions. We just made up $700 billion. You notice the mainstream media keeps saying $350 billion of the $700 billion has been spent, and it's really $8.5 trillion, and that was 5 weeks ago. We haven't gotten new numbers. It was $8.5 trillion 2 weeks, 2 months into this thing. 2 months and 2 weeks into this, to be technical. I don't know, do the math. October 3rd into early December. So that a couple months there. And you can read this. Cornyn said the plan would allow U.S. Attorney General, possibly Holder, to add the list of guns banned to the public any semi-automatic rifle or shotgun originally designed for military or law enforcement use, so that's basically anything semi-automatic, or a firearm based on the design of such a firearm that is not particularly suitable for sporting purposes, as if the Second Amendment is for sporting, as determined by the Attorney General. Note, Holder wrote a brief to the District of Columbia Heller case supporting the position that you have no right to have a working firearm in your home of any type. So the new Attorney General says you shouldn't be able to own a bolt-action single shot. See, Obama says, well, I'm for the Second Amendment, but as prescribed by law with reasonable restrictions. And he supported in Illinois when he was a state senator and at the federal level, and he supported total gun bans in Chicago and D.C. So there they are. They've introduced the bill. H.R., that's House Resolution 1022. Go read it. I just read the subsection to you. Let me give you the website again. Thomas.loc, Library of Congress, thomas.loc.gov. Let me give it to you again. Okay? Okay? He can ban any gun he wants. They can ban anything they want. Everything semi-automatic to begin with. Thomas, after Thomas Jefferson, Thomas.loc.gov. Thomas.loc.gov. I'm going to say it again. Thomas.loc.gov. I'm going to say it again. Thomas.loc.gov, baby. And then when I was looking for that archived article, I've been out of town for a week, though I did spend some time on my own website reading news articles we linked to and posted. Up here at the top in the archive stuff of the week, I found a new bill they've introduced to register, because already when you buy a gun, it's rifle, handgun, or long, or shotgun, and then they know that you've got that, and they can go get, come after you. They quote instant checks, really registration. Well, this is an even worse one.